Police investigating the student unrest during last year's tuition fee protests in London have released new images. One shows a man throwing a petrol bomb in Parliament Square. Another is of a person kicking a car in a royal convoy in Regent Street. Our Home Affairs correspondent June Kelly reports.
Parliament Square last month, and it's now emerged that this protester had equipped himself with a petrol bomb. He disappears into the crowd, and that's where we lose sight of him. And this is someone else the police want to find. He was part of a group hurling a barrier at officers. He then moves up to Regent Street, where he joins in the attack on the royal convoy, kicking the car following Charles and Camilla. And then the cameras pick him up again, this time at Oxford Circus, trying to kick in the windows of Topshop. The police investigation into the 4 big tuition fees protests is called Operation Malone.
I reckon if we got a better shot of this.
So far, more than 200 people have been arrested. This week, one student was jailed for throwing a fire extinguisher.
32 months imprisonment for a young man with no previous convictions is a significant period of imprisonment, one that's affected not just him, but a family as well. We need people to think about that, especially those that don't turn up necessarily intent on violence.
Officers are working their way through hours of footage, spotting the troublemakers, scrutinising their movements, checking and rechecking every frame. Around 80 officers are now working on this operation, and 15 of them are dedicated just to watching all the footage from the protests. Of course, that footage now comes in from a number of sources. These pictures came from YouTube. He's just one of scores of people police are aiming to arrest in the coming weeks as they gather new evidence. June Kelly, BBC News.
And finally, Formula One technology, new robots and an oxygen generator which would help